Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we've got another college basketball slate for you guys, and I've got 7 plays for you guys. So before we get into the recap, give this video a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe to the channel down below, and let me know in the comment section below who is your best bet in college basketball today. Alright, quick little recap of yesterday. We went 3-3, so we had an average day. Michigan State, I don't think they even showed up. 37 points. Kansas, minus 14.5, also didn't cash. They only won by 8. And then Arizona State, they won that game, but they just didn't cover the 8. On the other side, SIU Edwardsville came in and barely covered the plus 2.5, losing by 2 points. Houston came in, absolutely crushed Tulane. Took care of them, won by 23 points, cashing the minus 17.5. And New Mexico almost won that game and it went to overtime. They cashed the plus 6.5. We went 3-3. We're now 191, 181, and 4. 51.3% so far this season. We're going to continue to work to get that up. I want that around 53% by the time we hit March Madness. So, now, let's not waste any more time. We're going to get right into today's slate. And we will start this in the Big West Conference here with a 7 o'clock game between CS Northridge and Cal Poly SLO. It's a 5-point spread, minus 220 for Northridge, plus 190 run back for Cal Poly. Northridge coming in 5-6, 1-3 in the Big West Conference on a 3-game losing streak. Losses versus UC Santa Barbara and CSU Fullerton. Cal Poly coming in 2-10, 0-6 on an 8-game losing streak versus if I can read my handwriting, UC Irvine, UC Riverside, and then CSU Bakersville are the most recent losses. But I think today is a day that they can turn it around, and these two teams I don't think are too far apart. My model has Cal Poly winning this game by 1.5 points, so we're going to go with Cal Poly here at the plus 5. I'm not really going to look at that plus 190. I don't think they're going to straight up win this game, but I think they can hold, or I think they can keep it close and cash a plus 5. So we're going with Cal Poly here, SLO, with that plus 5, and maybe on that money line at plus 190, but I'm not probably looking to bet that. Next, we head to the Sun Belt Conference as Appalachian State heads to Troy. It is a 4.5 point spread, minus 195 for App State, plus 170 for Troy. App State coming into this game 12-5, 6-2 in the Sun Belt Conference on a 3-game winning streak versus Georgia State and South Alabama. Troy, on the other hand, comes into this 6-9, 1-5 in Sun Belt Conference on a 5-game losing streak. Their most recent losses were Coastal Carolina, Georgia Southern, and App State. And I think this is just one team is playing really well, one team is not, and we're going to go with the team that is. We're going with App State minus 4.5 versus Troy to get the job done. Next, we have Buffalo hosting Ohio here in the MAC Conference. 2.5 point spread, minus 150 for Buffalo, plus 130 for Ohio. Buffalo coming in 6-5, 4-3 in the MAC, coming off of a win versus Eastern Michigan. And Ohio coming in 9-6, 5-4 in the MAC Conference, coming off back-to-back wins versus Western Michigan and Ball State. So both these teams coming in on wins, and my model is showing me that this line should be way wider. It's giving me Buffalo minus 2.5, projecting them to win this game by 9 points. So we're getting 6.5 points of value on this line. So we are taking Buffalo minus 2.5 versus Ohio. Next, we have a matchup in the Sun Belt Conference between UL Monroe and Arkansas Little Rock. 10.5 point spread, minus 610 for Little Rock, plus 470 for UL Monroe. UL Monroe coming in 4-11, 2-6 in the Sun Belt Conference, coming in on a 6-game losing streak versus Texas State, Arkansas State, and UT Arlington. Little Rock coming in 8-7, 4-4 in the Sun Belt Conference, coming off of a loss versus UT Arlington as well. And for this game, I think this line's a little wide. Both these teams are struggling right now, and I think that UL Monroe can keep it close, keep it within that 10 points. My model has Little Rock winning by 4.3 points, so we're getting a nice 6.2 points of value on this line. So give me UL Monroe, the plus 10.5 versus Arkansas Little Rock. Next, we have a matchup in the Summit Conference. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we go. We have Omaha taking on South Dakota, minus 8.5 point spread, minus 425 for South Dakota. Run back of plus 345 for Omaha. And Omaha comes into this 2-12, 0-4 in the Summit League on an 8-game losing streak. Their most recent losses were to North Dakota State and Oral Roberts. South Dakota is coming in 8-6, a perfect 6-0 in Summit League play on a 7-game win streak versus Western Illinois, Kansas City, and Denver. And looking at this game, we're going to go with the team that's playing well. We're going to go with South Dakota, minus 8.5. My model has South Dakota winning by 15.5 points, so we're getting 7 points of value on this line. So give me South Dakota tonight versus Omaha at minus 8.5. Next, we have Coastal Carolina heading to Georgia Southern for a matchup in the Sun Belt Conference. It is a 2-point spread, minus 135 for Coastal Carolina, plus 115 for Georgia Southern. Coastal Carolina coming in 11-3, 5-2 in the Sun Belt Conference, coming off back-to-back wins versus Troy. And Georgia Southern coming in 10-7, 4-4 in the Sun Belt Conference, coming off of a loss versus South Alabama. Looking at this game, my model shows that this should be a wider line as well. We're going to be taking Coastal Carolina on this minus 2. My model has this being an 8-point game, so we're getting 6 points of value on Coastal Carolina. So we're taking Coastal Carolina minus 2 versus Georgia Southern. And our final game of the night, we have Western Illinois taking on North Dakota. Is a 4.5 point spread, minus 195 for North Dakota, plus 170 for Western Illinois. Western Illinois coming in 2-12 with a stellar 0-6 record in the Summit League, coming in on a 7-game losing streak versus South Dakota State, and North Dakota State. They're going to add North Dakota to that list probably. North Dakota coming in 4-13, 3-5 in the Summit. Back-to-back losses for South Dakota State here. And I'm just going to go with the team that doesn't have a 7-game losing streak right now, and I'm not trying to predict their turnaround. We're going with North Dakota here, minus 4.5. My model has them winning by 10.7 points. So we're getting 6.2 points of value on North Dakota tonight. So we'll be taking them, the minus 4.5, versus Western Illinois. All right, we're going to go quickly recap over our plays for tonight, and then we're going to hop on out for today's video. We have Cal Poly plus 5 versus CS Northridge. We have App State minus 4.5 versus Troy. We have Buffalo minus 2.5 versus Ohio. We have UL Monroe plus 10.5 versus Little Rock. We have South Dakota minus 8.5 versus Omaha. We have Coastal Carolina minus 2 versus Georgia Southern, and we have North Dakota minus 4.5 versus Western Illinois. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, you can feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel as well. We are now at 280 subscribers, and we're continuing each and every day to push towards that 300 number. We have daily content on this channel. We post multiple videos a day from these wide range of sports, from the NFL, college basketball, college football, UFC, esports, NBA, WNBA, NHL, MLB. We got it all. So be sure to subscribe and have your push notifications on so you guys are notified each and every time we go live, or each and every time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. But that is going to wrap up this video. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Every single subscriber helps. And let's catch some tickets tonight in college basketball. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.